Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over on the Star Trek Online official Twitter feeds, so on screen. Yes, captains, but before we get into this video, do us a favor, like it. And if you're new here to the YouTube bridge, welcome. Consider subscribing here, as we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains that we can share our love and our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. With that said, here we go. Captains, we got 3 things to go over. So what we're going to do is go over the blogs, drop our 2 ECs, and then give our conclusions. First things up here. The 13th anniversary event begins next week on Xbox and PlayStation, and you can unlock the Compiler Science Dreadnought, aka Baby V'ger. Captains, we already have the ship, and we highly recommend that you do not miss out on the potential fun that you can have, and also just for adding a very unique ship to your ship collection. That said, let's get into the blog here. So 13th anniversary events. So as Star Trek Online completes its 13th year representing the Star Trek universe, we are pleased to kick off the festivities for our anniversary celebration starting on Xbox and PlayStation. It already started, and finished actually on PC. March 14th till April 13th. So captains, we almost have a whole month to get this done. So again, highly recommend that you do not miss out on this opportunity to own a Baby V'ger. All of the usual activities will contribute toward your daily progress in the event, eventually earning your way toward the grand prize, a Tier 6 ship. Now captains, again, if you're new here, not only to the YouTube bridge, but also to Star Trek Online, this is your opportunity to own a premium Tier 6 ship. But not only that, you get actually 3 choices. Premium Tier 6 ship, 2 Tier 6 ship coupons, and then 1,500 low buy. But we'll go over that too as well when we get onto the Stowe Bridge. But again, just for our newer captains. Keep reading to reveal what activities and prizes await those who join us to celebrate the 13th anniversary. Again, the grand prize for this event will be a brand new Tier 6 ship, the Compiler Science Dreadnought. And there it is. Captains, the video that we did on this, we will link in the description below. But we're just going to quickly go over this as we already had done before. But the activities include the new episode, the Fujiwara Effect, which 100% is like the my favorite episode here in Star Trek Online. It has some really good moments in there. And also, as one of the rewards for doing the episode, you get 2 things. One, which is a character unlock, so I've done this multiple times on characters, is a Dr. Beverly's lab coat. You get 2 versions of that. The sort of leather look for the Terran, and then a fabric cloth look for the regular universe. But also, you can get Compiler digitizing weapons, beams, and torpedoes, which they're really fun. I prefer the torpedoes, actually. It is a fun little sort of visual, and also even the trait from the ship turns you into it's either console or the trait, can't remember anymore, turns into an actual digitizer torpedo, and you launch even more, and it's quite hilarious. So the console is the one that transforms you. The trait turns any defeated enemies into even more plasma torps, digitizer torps, so it's kind of hilarious. But that is a new episode there. You also can get your progression by doing the Eye of the Storm, an older episode. But the new TFO is Birdcage. And of course, the old school TFO, Upiter Irradius. I'm surprised they did not include Operation Wolf, but it is what it is. Now, all 4 of these count for 1 daily progress because you need 2. The new things here is the patrols, the Khonshu Kaibit and the Jupiter Station Showdown. We did a video on that already. Really fun, really short to get your daily, really quick to do. Not even 5 minutes, you'll be done. As where in the Fujiwara Effect, you're going to be there for at least 45 minutes, even if you're skipping all the dialogue. So what I did was just did 1 progress a day. So I started off with Fujiwara Effect, then did the birdcage, and then the next day we just did the Khonshu Kaibit and Jupiter Station patrols. Pretty cool. And of course, you still have the Omega particle stabilization game. So I can't wait for this, so that I can add to my growing collection of free-to-play ships that are on my PlayStation Bridge account. So again, very, very easy. If you don't have the time captains, you just have 10 minutes, the new patrols is the way to go right here. But remember that earning additional daily progress also grants you scaling dilithium ore bonus rewards after you have claimed the grand prize. And we always recommend doing so that you can get not only the additional ore, but also marks for your reputation. And if you don't need those marks, well, you can turn those marks into more dilithium ore. So again, I will leave this link here in the description below for this. And of course, we get a new party popper, and there's the visual for that. So there's that, captains. Next up, we already know that this was coming. There's supposed to be a 10 forward stream last night, but apparently something had come up so what they did was release this image right here, but now today they released the blog. So get your very own Texas class minus the daddy issues. That's hilarious. When it comes to the Infinity Lockbox next week on PC. So this is going straight to the Infinity Lockbox. So we'll pull that up right here. Again, we saw this image already. I will say visual wise, like I said before, it does remind me of a Nova, just kind of in a tactical configuration. I don't know how I feel about it 100%, but we'll keep going, and then we'll kind of give our two ECs at the end of this. So take over the Texas class. The Texas class, a manned version from Lower Decks, is coming to PC next week, because on the show Lower Decks, which is one of our favorite Trek shows now, this was an automated ship. So now, of course, they've kind of worded here where we're, of course, going to be on the bridge of it. So the Texas class, a secret project from the latest season of Lower Decks, is coming to the Infinity Lockbox on PC on March 16th. Continue reading further on for full details on the new ship offering. So there it is. I mean, it's an okay looking ship. Again, this translated okay from the Lower Decks animation, of course, and it fits. I think it works and fits in the Star Trek universe, obviously, but we're still not 100% sure. But we'll continue reading here. Texas Miracle Worker Escort. So my guess was it was going to be more of an escort than anything, because of the recent releases of ship offerings, especially from the 13th anniversary bundle, because there we got a destroyer, a carrier, a raider, and a dreadnought. So it just felt like this was going to be an escort, and the size of it looked like it was the same size as a Defiant. Born from a dream of unmanned starships keeping Starfleet's personnel from harm's way, the Texas had a troubled development that culminated in severe loss of life. Rescued from the brink of destruction by the last-minute effort to convert it to a crewed vessel, the Texas-class ship offers limited luxury for the cramped crew, but proves to be exceptionally deadly combatant. Compact and lean, riding the razor's edge between ruthless efficiency and an unusable Spartan user experience. The resulting ship has a Texas-sized amount of fight in a tiny package, a devastating mid-range brawler. It walks the line, using its speed to dictate range against larger ships. The Texas class serves as a living reminder of the right and the ability of all sentient life to fight for freedom, and the dreadful cost of trusting the wrong people. Kind of like the lore, pretty cool. So this is what it has here. This starship includes a Commander Tactical Miracle Worker Specialist Bridge Officer seat and a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Miracle Worker Specialist Bridge Officer seat. So it's full on Miracle Worker here. So we'll go quickly over the stats. So it is, of course, a Tier 6 Federation or Federation aligned. Must complete the tutorial. Hull mod 1.4, shield mod 1.0, weapons 4 in the fore, 3 in the aft, and of course it has an experimental weapon of 1. I feel like this should have been a 5.2, but again, that would have been pretty much the same configuration as the Hydra recently released as of this video. Device slots 2, and here again the bridge officer stations: 1 Commander Tactical Miracle Worker, 1 Lieutenant Commander Engineering / Miracle Worker, 1 Lieutenant Commander Science, 1 Lieutenant Universal, and 1 Ensign Universal. So kind of a sort of okay bridge officer seating. So you can sort of customize it, but it is quite a tactical ship, definitely. Consoles: 5 TAC, 3 Eng, 3 Psi. Base turn rate 19, impulse mod 0.21, inertia 70, plus 20 weapon power, plus 10 engine power. Can equip, of course, dual cannons. It has the cyclical quantum slipstream drive. Innovation abilities: the console universal, the VAQ warhead multiple launch system. So totally what we thought it was going to be. But the one thing that we didn't know, of course, is it's going to have an experimental weapon, and it does, or what the experimental weapon was, which is actually the same. VAQ warhead individual launch system. So quite unique. Not only is the console what we saw fire off of what we saw on lower decks, which is the purple torpedoes, you also get the experimental weapon. So this is a pew-pew torpedo boat, 100%. Starship Mastery Package. Escort plus ACT plus defense plus all weapon damage plus crit chance. And the Starship trait is Algorithmic Energy Weapon Lensing. These names, I swear. These names, and that's the Starship trait. So Admiralty stats: Eng 48, Psi 30, and TAC 48. Special: it ignores Eng from events. So there it is, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, there is a launcher animation there that is coming from this right here, because this is an in-game shot, it looks like. So I guess for this ship, it has that unique animation. Would have been nice if we would have had that 10-4 stream, but we're still gonna get a chance to see it. As of this video, I think they're gonna stream Thursday, they said on the tweet announcement there. But there it is. So the console universal VAQ warhead multiple launch system. The Texas is equipped with a console universal VAQ warhead multiple launch system. Fires a volumetric attack quantum cluster munition that splits into 6 projectiles after flying approximately 3 clicks with default torpedo speed. The separated projectiles seek the primary target, but if the desired target is too far away from the split, some may hit other targets or miss instead. If the system impacts before split, it detonates with tremendous force, but overall damage is lower due to loss in efficiency. The VAQ warhead system is named in honor of the vaquero culture, which gave rise to the classical image of the cowboy. The actual vaqueros, if I'm saying that incorrectly, my apologies. You can correct me in the description below. Themselves fought for freedom from Mexico alongside American colonists. They were largely betrayed and annihilated by those colonists, who went on to revere and mythologize their lifestyle as the quintessential cowboy. The multiple launch VAQ system is capable of firing an independently guiding up to 12 separate projectiles. All sorted charges are fired when the system is activated. VAQ warheads are modified by abilities that impact torpedo flight characteristics, but not abilities which impact torpedo damage. Sad. That I feel like it should have, but it is what it is. At least it's going to look pretty if you're into purple torps, which I'll get to in a bit. This console additionally provides a passive bonus to hull capacity and a passive bonus to kinetic and beam damage. This console may be equipped on any ship in any console slot. You may only equip one of these consoles on any single ship. Tooltip: to target foe 12 max, stores up to 12 charges, uses all when firing. Each charge launches a VAQ warhead at a random foe within target 135-degree arc, which splits into 6 projectiles after 1.25 seconds, default 3 clicks. Foe hit before split, of course there's damage. Foe hit within 4 clicks, 6 times that damage. If no hit, faraway foes, Z kinetic damage times 2, up to 3 targets. Starship trait: Algorithmic Energy Weapon Lensing. By focusing local gravimetric sensors with the weapon assembly, Some of the work of lensing directed energy weapons can be offloaded onto warps in local space-time, working with the topography instead of through it. This improves performance generally and especially in the medium range regime. There you go, bonus to energy weapon damage, additional bonus to energy weapon damage to foes between 2 and 7 clicks. So here is the experimental weapon here. Again, the purple animation there. So experimental weapon, VAQ Warhead Individual Launch System. This starship also comes with an experimental weapon slot equipped with a VAQ Warhead Individual Launch System. The individual VAQ warhead works as described above, and while the system cannot store shots to unleash in a volley, it cycles significantly faster than the multiple launch system. So who knows if this is going to top the Soliton wave impeller, but those who get the ship will find out. But it looks cool. I mean, not only are you going to get the console, you're going to get this. So there's going to be a lot of purple pews coming from this. So launches a VAQ warhead target foe, which splits into 6 projectiles after 1.25 seconds. Foe hits before split. Foe hits within 4 clicks. If no hits, so it kind of has the same, but just no charges. So there's that. Of course, what we have been doing to sort of emulate the purple looking torp that we saw here, we're just using the DMQ. So as of right now, I am not too sure how I feel about the Texas class. I think it would be nice to have. At this point, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to get it. I have bigger ships that I would like to get. Namely, of course, the Titan A from Star Trek Picard. So I'd rather wait for that than get this. Having said that, this will be available in next year's event campaign. So there's that. Again, what we'll probably do most likely is put this on a list. Now, we do have a box to get this, but like I said, I'd rather wait and see how they're going to release certain ships from Picard, and this will just go on a short list of ships that I would want. Now, I do have lower decks ships. I have the Parliament, one of my favorite ships, the Cheval, the Vulcan ship there from lower decks, and also, of course, the Cerritos / California class. It would be nice to have this, but that's about it. Now, having said that, there could be a future release of a bundle that is a lower decks bundle, so captains who don't have any of these ships, maybe a good idea to just maybe wait and see if this comes out into the Mud Store. Then at least you can get these ships, but not only that, get them account unlocked. So as of right now, as of this video, we're probably not going to get this. If an opportunity comes up that it's not going to cost a lot of resources, then we probably will. And or wait for it in an event campaign situation where we can pick it if we've already gotten what we want. So I have to figure that out because I haven't even gotten the one from last year, but that's okay. It's not affecting anything that we're doing. So there's that. Now at least we know it's a full Miracle Worker ship. I thought it would have been Intel. For some reason in my mind, Intel was screaming at me because of its sort of origins, the secret project, all that stuff. But they decided to go Miracle Worker. So there you go, captains. I know there are a lot of fans of Miracle Worker specialization. This ship could be yours if you're really into that, and of course, if you like lower decks. Now, next up, this is actually where I'm a little bit more excited, believe it or not. So captains, the Voth are returning to the galaxy to wreak havoc with their city ship, but if you stop them, you can claim one of their exosuits for your own. Nani? What? Now, it was mentioned, I believe last year, maybe a couple of years ago, that they were sort of working on something that we could use in that capacity. I, of course, a lot of people wanted suits like this and or to be able to have what you call mounts in Star Trek Online, and this may be the beginning of it. So captains, let's head over first to the blog here. So Voth Invictus. The Voth are returning, but this time you can steal their technology. Complete the Voth Invictus event to claim your very own Voth EXOSUIT. That is so crazy. So beginning on March 16th, so that's next week, Caps, the Voth are returning in their city ship, intent on revenge against the Alliance for their actions in the Solanae Dyson sphere. In both the sphere itself and in a daring assault on the massive city ship, Alliance captains are gearing up to defend the galaxy against the new incursion. With the Klingon Empire at war with itself, will the Alliance have the necessary strength to repel this Jurassic assault? I like that. For 3 weeks, we'll be running a special event in Star Trek Online called Voth Invictus. This event will include multiple TFOs previously featured individually in a combined featured event that will allow players to choose their preferred test each day, while earning daily progress toward a new grand prize reward. Play the Breach to dive into the gargantuan ship in a daring space assault, or participate in the defense of the Dyson sphere when you storm the Spire. Participating in this event will give all players the opportunity to win Voth EXOSUIT for their entire account. Whew. Keep reading for details on these items, how you can participate in the event, and what additional prizes may be earned. There you go, players may earn their daily progress in the following ways: playing the TFO The Breach, participating in controlling one area of the map in the Voth ground battle zone. Yes! This is going to give us a reason to go back to the Voth battle zone, because captains, this is one of my favorite zones. This is the first zone that was introduced to me when I first started Star Trek Online, and one of the many reasons why I've gathered, or a huge contributing factor of why I've gathered so much dilithium ore over the years, because of this zone. One of my favorites. So definitely we're going to add that into the daily mix. And of course, playing the TFO Storming the Spire. So this is part of the 2023 event campaign. This featured event will be the second of a series of upcoming events that will participate in this installment of our multi-event system known as an event campaign. The grand prize for the 2023 event campaign will offer players a choice as to what they receive between the 3 following options. Of course, we know this already, but to newer captains: Option 1, Infinity Promo or Infinity Lockbox T6 ship. It is only a per character unlock, so keep that in mind. Option 2, 1,500 low-buy crystals, as we mentioned, once per account on the character you claim them on, or them with. Okay, captains? But you can also get ships from the low-buy store. Okay, which, like, for example, the NX from Enterprise, or the Vengeance from the Kelvin Timeline movies. And or option 3, 2 100% tier 6 ship coupons that you can get in the C store, which of course when you use it, it's an account unlock for the ship. But here it says once per account, tradable between your characters. But again, you get that coupon and you get something from the Z store, it's going to be account unlock anyways. This choice is only made once per account upon claiming the prize. The core gameplay of this event campaign remains the same as the previous one. Participate in multiple events scheduled over the next several months to earn progress towards an extremely valuable prize. All of the following aspects of this system remain unchanged. So there you go, players may earn 50 event campaign progress for each day they participate in eligible events. 50 event? Yes. 50? Sure. Yes. Buying out an eligible event, I was thinking 2 for some reason, because of the Omega or the 13th anniversary there. 2 stuck in my head. Buying out an eligible event will include up to 700 event campaign progress. Each event's buyout only grants as much event campaign progress as it is relative to the amount paid, after prorated discounts are applied. This means that paying half price because you participated in 7 out of 14 of the required days so far will grant you 350 event campaign progress. Essentially, you get what you pay for. Again, earn a total of 14 days worth of daily progress to become eligible to claim all of these rewards. So the Voth EXOSUIT, that is so cool. 25k dilithium ore, 3 featured TFO reward boxes. Captains, I'm smiling. I'm smiling more reading this than I was at Texas class. Each gives a choice of 1 specialization point or an enhanced universal tech upgrade. Upon claiming the grand prize, whether earned or purchased, your account will immediately become eligible for bonus progress. The first bonus progress reward will be accompanied by a reward of 8,000 dilithium ore. Earning bonus progress each day thereafter will increase this reward by an additional 1,000. And we have increased the cap on how high this value may scale to a value that is unreachable during this event, thus effectively unlimited. The following table shows an example of how bonus progress rewards are now laid out. So again, captains, I always recommend doing the event after to get the dilithium ore and or marks for your reputation and for gear that you need from the reputation. And of course, if you don't need it, you can trade them in for dilithium ore. So there you go. It's going to just keep scaling up however many you get. Now, all bonus progress rewards are rewarded, I'm smiling, a maximum once per day per account, and are immediately and automatically granted to the active character when the requirement is met. And there it is, the Voth EXOSUIT. That is so cool. That is 100% cool. The Voth EXOSUIT. The Voth EXOSUIT futuristic technology has the programming of the Voth integrated into this universal kit module. So it is a kit module. As a brilliant piece of technology, it provides access to Voth foundational anti-proton machinery. After teleportation into this powerful mechanized exosuit, many tactical operations become available. The exosuit's suite of technologies include a cannon bolt, a cannon scatter volley, disengaging jump jets, a concentrated beam burst, and the capacity to melt ground, an electromagnetic pulse, and immunity shield that allows an artillery barrage. Wow, I wonder how long it's going to last still. Or if it's going to be unlimited until you click it. Maybe it's going to be like the Burnham's Angel suit? Maybe. We'll have to see how long this lasts. So legacy progress, and this is what we're going to go with the Stowe Bridge for because I've gotten questions about this. So legacy progress, this featured event will continue to honor legacy progress, the same as the last several previous events. So again, availability will be this special event will be available from on PC March 16th to April 6th. Again, this is starting next week as of this video. Now, going back to this, the featured event will continue to honor legacy progress. So before the event campaign, how the events were done was when you finished an event, you were given a token. And you can actually do that on multiple tunes. This was before the whole account-wide thing. If you wanted a prize before from an event, you had to do it on the tune that you wanted that reward on. So I was doing on 6 to 8 tunes. And when we're doing that, we're giving this token. We'll go quickly here to the Stowe Bridge here to show you, caps, what I mean. So I'll go to my inventory. Just don't worry about what I have in my inventory. The important thing is that I'm showing you this. These are the legacy tokens. Now I had 8 stacks, 6 to 8 stacks of these at 36 because each tune, again, I just did every event and just kept doing it after. Why? For the dilithium ore, the marks, etc. And these are the things that you can no longer get, but this is what they're honoring that you can apply to the event progress, because all you got to do when you go to the events, and of course you go to the event campaign, it's going to be under the featured here, but there is a little window button here that says, or a tab that says legacy tokens, and those are what it is now. So from day one, we are going to get this, and captains, we will have fun with it. We'll show you it off because we'll get the ability to do so, and of course earn our way quickly with more dilithium that I need on, well, not need, that I want on my characters. Having said that, there's my premium reward that I have not used yet, but that's okay. So again, thought we'd show it off, so just in case, because again, I had captains asking me, where do I get these? You cannot get them anymore. You only had these if you did them before, when there was an event back then, before this whole event campaign. So I am more excited about this reward. We'll go back here to the Tweeterpedes blog. I'm more excited about this than I am about the Texas class. Nothing wrong with the Texas class. It's just probably a ship, again, that is put on a list for something to get later on. I'm happy with the ships I have from lower decks. especially the Parliament, my favorite ship, one of my favorite ships. But this is going to be something fun to have it. And of course, captains, once we claim this, we'll show it off just like we did with the Torchbearer collection set. And then we'll show off what it can do. We'll head off to the Voth battle zone and give the Voth a taste of their own medicine. So there, captains, of course, we'll link all of these blogs in the description below. So let us know what you think. So like the video, comment below. What are you more excited about? Are you excited about the Texas class coming to Star Trek Online and or being able to have your own, very own EXOSUIT? Of course, with that said, captain, subscribe here to the YouTube Bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.